Connibula everyone! Starseeker Williams here. Today we're going to be playing some King of the Castle, and for some reason I'm looking really far to the side. There we go. That should fix it. Should have break my neck a little bit. Alright. Desktop audio looks really quiet. Let me turn that up. Might in Magic messed with my settings. It still looks pretty quiet. Let me know if anything's too loud or too quiet. Okay, and let me pull up Max. I didn't quite have time to get everything set up. There we go. Also, I need to change my alert sounds, I just realized before. I need to add that to my to-do list real quick. Alright. It's on my to-do list. Do we continue game or go with New Dynasty? Probably New Dynasty. Yeah, we're gonna go with New Dynasty this time. Right there. With the Starseeker Dynasty. Let's see. We're gonna play on Twitch. Burgers are pretty great. Burgers are pretty great. Mushroom and Swiss are the best. But some places don't do it right. Don't put tomato on a mushroom Swiss burger. The Burger Kingdom? Okay, I can do that. I will do that. Alright. Anyone have any preferences for which region they want in the game? My dice are upstairs, so I won't be rolling any dice. Everything will be made by my decision alone. For the burger. Alright. I'll praise the ninth god. By that, you want counts? Like patricians and barons. Okay. So patricians, barons, and counts. That's pretty reasonable. Let's heckin' do it. Alright. Join in and we'll get this game rolling. The 10th god burger! Yes, the 10th god has finally descended to bless us with tasty food. It's about time. Luna's a patrician this time. See. Kapal is a count. We need a burger anthem. And Dakar Petlov is a Baron of the March. And other people can join later. We have at least one in each, so we will begin. I might have to get back to you on a burger anthem. Let's see, which of my waters is colder? That one. So that one gets drunk first. Let's see. Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Why the hurry? Rebel! To delay any longer would make the nobles restless, and when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest beck. They wouldn't dare! You should pay more attention to your history books, your majesty. The nobles are always plotting something. Stop plotting! Unless it's gardens, then you can make all the plots. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Let's get this over with, then. Let's call the nobles in. The nobles must put on a vast banquet for the king. Invite foreign dignitaries to show off our wealth. Oh, that would cost me so much treasury right at the beginning. All of these make money lost. Like a 30-second lag? Might be worth refreshing the page because that's really bad. A coronation barbecue. You know what? Just because the others are more interesting, we're not going to throw the king into the river because that's the least interesting. Oh, burgers for the banquet. Ah, yes. All the others are more interesting. Let there be burgers. Vote B. Luna, you've been outvoted. There must be burgers. Vast banquet of burgers. All kinds of burgers. What's everyone's favorite kind of burger? Oh, we gained farming in every region. And everyone lost money. Everyone lost $300. It's a meal fit for a king. Of course it is. It's burgers. I think I also have a delay. Keep the voting pages open a little longer. Yeah. Yeah, I'll keep them open a little bit longer. I don't know why there's such a delay, but yeah. It's a meal fit for a king, which is now, you suppose what you are. Wow, my brain thought he was talking to me. That messed with my brain. Council introduction. Burger feast is worth it. Man, if I could have a whole burger feast and had $300 to spare, I would definitely have a burger feast. Even though I barely eat food, so I'd have like a tiny slice of each type of burger. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom, the desolate east, the wealthy coast, and of course the bleak march. The desolate east has a very high farming for being desolate. The counts of the east. Count Capal. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, your highness. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. Whenever I stream this game, I'm almost always thrown in the river. Fair. I mean, why wouldn't you throw the king into the river unless the king says no? A pleasure, your esteemed highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. Barons of the March. Hail and well met, your highness. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape, One time my chat decided to end my reign by turning me into an... That's an option? Pardon? I mean, what I really want is the giant spider cavalry. That's what I really want, because that's what we need, is giant spider cavalry. But we never actually got to do that. The path to victory. Your Majesty, the first few years of your reign are the most difficult. You're new and unproven. The nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne and put their own puppet claimant in your place. How can I stop them? To defeat their schemes, you must secure an heir and prove that you're worthy of the crown by completing an ambition. I don't think I've ever actually secured an heir. Maybe once. But my question is this. When you die, how will you hope the kingdom will remember you? You know what? As the father of the nation. It's one I haven't done before, and there's a decent amount of farming on the table already. Are you concerned for the welfare of the commoners, or are you just hoping for a favorable passage in the history books? I'm concerned for the welfare of the commoners. Not the nobles, just the commoners. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the king's overall farming as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, your majesty. I swear, if Luna gets, like, her farm burned down again... Oh, no! No! What have I done? I did not foresee this. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false King Williams wears the crown of Borger. Oh, wait, I just realized it's the Burger Kingdom and I chose farming. Let there be burgers. Let them eat burgers! What is the Count's goal? What would you like to do? Luna stole my sandwich. It's okay, we have plenty of burgers. You can have a burger. Actually, you can have 2. Usurper. Subterfuge. Subterfuge it is. The Counts plan to replace the King's advisors with their own agents. First, they must prove they're doing a bad job. To advance their scheme, the Counts must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. When have the Barons of the March ever backed down from a fight? Never! I know what you'll do. I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me a rightful queen on the throne. Doppelganger, modernization, or gunpowder. You're gonna be a factory farming kingdom. Yes! We will have all the burgers. Everyone's farming will be 10 if I have anything to say about it, which I probably won't. We will feed the Ashmedians instead of going to war with them. Feed them burgers laced with poison. The Barons have chosen gunpowder. Gunpowder, treason, and plot. The Republic of Kurth has the substance called gunpowder. With enough of that, the Barons could take over the kingdom. Of course, a sensible king would never allow one region to hoard such a thing. To do so secretly, the Barons must ensure their trading partners don't fear the king's wrath. To advance their scheme, the Barons must lower authority to 4 or less in 2 seasons. So stability and authority are quite important to me right now. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of King William. Something must be done. Monopoly, conspiracy, or corruption? What is the patrician going to do? Gunpowder is a nice dessert topping like powdered sugar. I don't want to eat something with gunpowder on it. We can try mixing it into the burgers and see how the peasants like it. If they don't like it, then no more of this gunpowder stuff. We'll just use powdered sugar. Don't mix powdered sugar into burgers. Luna has chosen corruption. Oh, heck. That's actually really bad for me. The patricians plan to turn the throne into a commodity that can be bought and sold at will. First, they must ensure that the rule of law is crumbling. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Well, that's gonna make life hard. Let's see, we have low on lumber, the honor guard, and an invitation. Wait, it's all the barons. All of this is the barons. If the barons and I work together, we can make the best burger kingdom. No! No! We're all just destroying the king. Yeah, it's going to be real tough for me. We're going to start with the honor guard. Please don't hurt me. I suppose so. You need an honor guard. What are my options? I actually know what each of the options are already. The coastal gladiators are a little weird. I don't like how when they get into the throne room, they just oil themselves up. It's kind of weird. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Let's squash all talk of that. Gonna throw you in prison for that kind of talk. Don't make me... Hello, King Israel. Which kingdom are you joining? You're joining the barons. Great, that's even worse for me. If you had joined the counts, at least we could have... At least it could have been a tie. Of who wants to lower my stability and authority. I like when they oil themselves up. It's nice. Each of you, why should I pick your honor guard? Hire foreign mercenaries. I don't want to hire foreign mercenaries. Let us rebel and make Burger Empire. That's not how empires work. We would have to kill the Ashmedians to be an empire. High military. True, high military. That is a good reason to pick the barons. That is also a reason to pick the barons because it wouldn't give the barons defiance, so it would be harder for them to rebel. That is actually very reasonable. Don't pick my guard. They're in Orny jail currently. I sure hope so. Yeah, you know what? Actually, that's reasonable. I'm gonna do the Veterans of the March so that the March can't rebel. Oh wait, I've made my decision. Sorry. The Veterans of the March. Because I really don't want the March to rebel right now. They're the strongest military, even though it's not by much. The veterans arrive a few weeks later. They march in a throne room in perfect formation before lining up behind your throne, hands on their sword hilts. Each soldier sports a bigger scar than the last. Eastern Knights make the best kitchen chefs. Oh, sorry, you were a little bit late. You're right, they do, though. What noble are you going to get married to? I don't know. It depends on what the options are. Let's go with an invitation. I'll definitely rebel. No! Your Majesty, it's our honor to invite you to the Lord's hunt next year. The hunt will be taking place in late spring, so keep your schedule clear. Hunting for sport is a cruel practice. Oh, I look forward to it. Of course, why wouldn't you? Low on lumber. Your Highness, will you tell these superstitious barons to get over themselves and let us harvest their trees? We need the woods for our craftspeople. Oh, I've seen this scenario in Luna's one. Is marrying a commoner even an option? I've told you 1,000 times, Count. That forest is thoroughly haunted. You'll damn us all if you go logging there. But you sold us a logging contract, and the contract has no exclusions for haunting. Some counts' wealth has decreased, some barons' wealth has increased. Oh, the barons are very wealthy right now. After that burger feast. Wait, it is possible? I didn't even know that was possible, I'll be honest. Your Majesty, the barons can't be allowed to wiggle out of their commitments. Alright, let's see. Y'all are heckin' not lowering my authority that easily. This time we want to do the logging. You want to be haunted. You want to be haunted to be my guest. I'm not letting you lower my authority that easily. Pick your poison. It's a poison for me, not for you. Don't worry. Of course. Heckin'. The nobles are conspiring against me. Come on. Succeed. 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 Yes! Defiance is now grumbling. Authority challenge succeeded. Give it a rest, won't you? The council has spoken and it's for your own good. When it's clear the council won't reconsider its position. Oh no! Not more chaos. Let's see. Which faction did you join? You joined... Oh, actually, I just realized I don't have the extension enabled, do I? I never re-enabled that. I never re-enabled that. Oh, nope. Sorry. I pulled up my own stream to try to... let me see if I can fix that real quick. I have to remember where to go. I have to remember where to go for extensions. Extension manager. Oh, it is active. Wait, is it? Oh, no, that says activate. Set as overlay 1. My apologies. I completely forgot that that wasn't active. Is that working now? Everyone raise defiance. No! We don't need a three-way rebellion. Which one did you join? Oh, did we have someone else join? Oh, wait. We did. Welcome to the stream. I don't know when you joined. I might have missed the message. But thank you for joining. All right, let's get back into it. You better be a good king then. Oh, no. But you're trying to destroy my kingdom. Let's see. End season. Ah, yes, the auction. Wait, no! Not the auction! Realistically, it counts. If the barons and the patricians get the theater, that's gonna be really bad for you. But you guys don't have a lot of money. You guys, combined, you have less money than the top baron. Never mind, we're just gonna start the auction. What'd you do with all your money? Oh, right. The logging. That's what happened with all the money. That seems a little excessive, considering nobody else is bidding, but I guess if you really want to make sure you get that, so... Wait, you're a baron. Why are you trying to lower stability? Huh? I'm confused now. I'm very confused. Yeah, it's the top 2, so... And you guys are working together too much. Start quarreling. Start fighting each other. Battle. We have comet sighting, finding a spouse, and tithe trouble. Once again, you are the patricians. Yep. In the twisty passage of the castle, you can avoid your advisors, can't avoid your mother. I've been busy. But mother, I don't want to get married. But mother. Women, I prefer. Send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's go with tithe trouble. What are the counts dealing with? Your Highness, I've come to submit a complaint about the counts of the East. Lately, they've been neglecting their tithes. Do you have the Riz game? I do not. I have to, like, work myself up for at least a half an hour before I can talk to someone in real life. Your Highness, I've come to submit a complaint about the council. Oh, right. I'm not a debt collector. How dare they forget their duties to the church? The worst offender is Count Sui Aztakazan. He hasn't paid his tithe in years. I want an example to be made of him. Well, you've pissed off the Archbishop. Why are there 2 options that lower stability and authority? Why? Well, since I can't get out of this one, y'all are not going to be exempt from paying tithes. Because that way you at least have to lower defiance. That way you can't rebel. You can only destroy my kingdom by having no authority and stability. You don't get C. I'm not letting you raise defiance and lower stability and authority. You have to lower defiance if you're lowering stability and authority. So saith the king. Oh, the nobles are far too united against me. Oh no. The council opts to do nothing to address this travesty? Very well, you'll see what happens. The East loses defiance. Throughout the kingdom, yeah, we lose stability and authority. Priests preach to their flock that the king is a baby kicker and devil worshipper. The gullible peasants lap it up. Well, I mean, gonna lose anyway. I lost when things were selected originally. A blood-red comet was spotted in the night sky over the coast, your esteemed highness. The workers are claiming it is a terrible omen. The common folk are on the verge of a panic. Is there anything I can do? Tell the church to dispel such baseless superstitions. It's gonna fail. We lost stability, but we were gonna lose stability anyway, probably. Kissing you was blocked! I love how that's a blocked message. Here. There we go. Chat is not, should not be paused. Wait, what did I click? Wait, what? No, I was tabbing back in. The Koshikar by panic riots break out in the streets. Soothsayers wander the land foretelling doom. I don't know what I clicked. I think I just clicked play. I think it's fine. This kingdom's gonna get destroyed from stability. End season. Our first shipment from Kurth. Careful with that torch, you'll blow us to smithereens. Much more to put you on the throne. They must raise their trade to 5 or more. They already have 5 trade. Alright. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't tax you. Because the moment I feel like you all deserve to be taxed, but I can't do that. No, I'm not doing a common tax. The only reason I would do a common tax is because it doesn't raise defiance. If you all have a good reason for me not to tax you, I will do a common tax. Do tax us. Oh. Actually, to be fair, I don't actually need the treasury money right now. I really don't. My brain wants to go really chaotic with this, though, and just see what happens. But I am going to do a common tax, because I don't want to raise defiance. It's not worth it right now. Giant spiders! Yes! Okay. I don't care if you destroy my kingdom, but we need the spider cavalry. That is my only stipulation, okay? Spider cavalry. Your Highness, a forest on my land has been completely overrun by giant spiders. Some are as big as horses. The trees are shrouded in webs and travelers are going missing. We must put a stop to this. Okay. Okay, guys. If married a baron, then deal. But if I say yes to that, you could be outvoted. I haven't started. We must learn to coexist with giant spiders. Even though that raises defiance, I'm actually fine with that. If you guys want B or D, you can't have burn it. We need the spiders. It'll have spider... No, we'll have spider meat in our tasty burgers. Make them tastier. As much as I don't want defiance, I really want the giant spiders. Could this screw me over? Yes. Coexist, they're monsters! Mandibles dripping with venom, snatching merchants off the road and stringing them up to suck them dry. They're more afraid of you than you are of them. That can't be right. They're 10 feet long ways, 10 feet width ways, and 8 feet high. 8 feet ways. Right, it says feet ways. You send your chancellor to Quile University. Perhaps the scholars will have some ideas for how you and the spiders can coexist peacefully. Blah, 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 words. Panic in the council. That's because my stability is 2. Okay, eligible options. Let's see. I have found 3 matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the 3 kingdoms regions. What if I don't want to marry any of them? That's a decision that can wait until after you've seen them, isn't it? I don't even get to meet them? Let's see. This is Vladna, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Shui dynasty. Apparently, she never smiles. Spends most of her time with a fencing master mastering the blade. Well, the last time I married a fencing master, they saved my heckin' life. So, we have Eualia, the wealthy heiress to noble patrician Rose Kitty's estate. I mean, just look at her. She's gorgeous, and apparently she's a Scrooge. Her interests are typical of the coast. Money, money, mother, and making more of it. But to her credit, she gives a lot of it to charity. Okay. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. We have the Marches offering Jukarda. She's known for her blunt honesty, the kind of honesty that makes you enemies. But you gotta see the commoner. Oh, is there dialogues? Oh, but it's probably gonna raise defiance. I mean, I'm gonna lose anyway. Sounds like a laugh, but they're such good candidates. I've made my decision. I refuse to marry any of them. I want to party! I want to live a life of chastity in honor of the 9th god. A low-born commoner. Oh, is that who've been sneaking out of the palace to meet? The nobles will not be pleased, though I'm sure the common folk will swoon over it. Kings don't have the luxury of freedom. Ready to kingle? You'll learn that sooner or later. Defiance in everywhere, and stability is now lost. I'm gonna lose by stability anyway. It's not like it's gonna make a difference. Panic in the council. Your Majesty, I bring bad news from the march. We're receiving reports of... I'm sure your news can wait. I bring urgent tidings from the coast that demands the king's attention at once. Wait your turn, you ignorant dolt. Why don't you settle your quarrel outside? Meanwhile, I have news from the east that really is urgent. Shut up, shut up! Order in the march has broken down, my liege. Some battalions have killed their own officers and begun roving the wilderness, acting like common bandits. Yeah, my stability can't take the hit. Wait to rebel all at once. At this rate, you're not going to get a chance to rebel. The kingdom's going to shatter first. Is that all? By the 9th, the industries of the Count are in grave danger. The coast, sorry. The workers are striking. This is why I shouldn't have taken off my glasses. They demand fewer hours and higher pay. Well, give it to them. This has been funny, but don't push him to 0 stability. It'll be over too soon, and we want to have fun. I'll just start a new game if you do. My news is worse still. The eastern courts are corrupt, your grace. Judges are letting off the vilest criminals in return for the slightest bit of coin. All of these problems have arisen because the kingdom is increasingly unstable, your majesty. Something must be done. What do you suggest? We lack the resources to tackle all the problems at once. Let's see. You know what? I'm not even going to put a vote. You all get to pick. They'll raise stability, so... Not like the game will end, a new round will start. Yeah. Fair. Let's destroy him quickly. No! The barons want to fix the march. That makes sense. Does anyone else want to vote? Or is it just the barons? But we might not meet big spiders next round. That's true. That's true. Hunt down the outlaws and deserters in the march. Thanks to a helpful snitch, your marshal discovers the locations of all the outlaws' hideouts in the march. Over the next month, the deserters are subjected to swift public trials, followed by even swifter public executions. The army is depleted, but much more disciplined. Defiance in the coast and the east went up by 2, stability went up by 2, and the barons can't rebel. I'm sure you can find the spider dialogue on YouTube. Yeah. Was that the end of the season? Okay, end the season. Yep. The kingdom is in great jeopardy and the council is calling for the king's inner circle to resign. We need to increase the pressure. No more interfering spy master, no more marshal or counselor or treasurer. A whole new inner circle, all made of counts. Counts must lower authority to 4 or less. Well, that's easy. Y'all picked the things that work with each other, and it's making my life hard. Dingy Seaside Tavern, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. The palace officials have been accepting my bribes. Oh, I need some water. Better seat in the council chamber, access to the king's rooms when he's out. Yes, yes, they're selling their principles. And now they must lower stability! Ah! I have no choice. I need to call for unity. No, no, we won't be discussing rebellion here. It won't reduce it to 0. You have 0 defiance. I sure feel like I'm plotting against myself at this point. The Lord's Hunt, a secret romance. It's near impossible to sneak out of the palace at night. The palace watch keep catching you and dragging you back to your bedroom. But tonight you've managed it. Bundled in a dark cloak and hood, you head out to the capital's market district. Your true love is waiting for you on a bridge. Your love's name is, of course, Jane. She rushes into your arms and presses her mouth to yours. It's a while before anything needs to be said aloud. My love, it's been months since we last saw each other like this. Every night I dreamt of you, and I of you, but why did it take so long? The palace watch realized I was sneaking out. Must be such a hardship to be the ruler of an entire kingdom, your majesty. She can't get through those last 2 words without breaking into laughter. What happened to the brash young prince who snuck out of the palace so he could see the real world? That was when you met the love of your life, in case you forgot. You don't have to call me your majesty. I know, it's just a joke. You'll always just be Williams to me. I will hold my men back when they ask for help. Why don't we head back to your place? You must sneak back to the palace before dawn, but before you leave, she catches your arm. I'm tired of waiting, my love. I can't live like this. We need to get married in the eyes of the 9th god for all to see. You know what? Let's do it. Thank you, my love. This is so exciting. I can't wait. You put up your hood and sneak back to the palace. That's gonna lower stability and authority so much. I'll make it a contest. Who can lower stability and authority without destroying the kingdom? Giant spiders. Giant spiders. Colloquially known as the giant spider or the gigantula. Many practical uses. You can raise them as livestock and milk them for their potent venom, or you can harvest their silk, which makes fine sails and formidable armor. Last but not least, you could train them from birth to be ridden as mighty steeds. Who could resist a cavalry regiment that comes into battle upon the almighty arachnids? Ah! The possibilities are endless, but first you need to get a hold of some eggs. No easy task, I'm afraid. Okay. Spider silk armor. Yes, spider silk armor. But we need eggs. I don't want you to send in soldiers because that could fail. Farming has a good chance. So, take your pick. Marry a giant spider to forge an unbreakable alliance. If that was an option, I heckin' would. I heckin' would. Don't tempt me, Frodo. Let there be an offering. Local farmers drive their herds into the web-shrouded wood. Yes, we did it! We did it! We got a heap of spider eggs! Yes! D would have raised defiance. I wasn't gonna bring that up. Is it just the Lord's Hunt? The Lord's Hunt. No, don't sacrifice the king. After several days riding along muddy roads, you've arrived in the march for the Lord's Hunt. What weapon did you bring for the occasion? You know, they do say the spear is the father of all... No, the staff is the father of all weapons. The spear is the king. That is what they say. What animals did you bring to help you catch your prey? We brought a falcon. Your Majesty, pleased you could make it. I see you brought a spear. Marvelous choice, Your Majesty. And you've brought a falcon. Good for small game, Your Majesty. But I hope you're not hoping to hunt a deer with that thing. I was hoping it would give me, like, reconnaissance. Wolves don't give reconnaissance. The White Hart! No, I'm not going to go for the White Hart. We're going to hunt rabbits. Let the Lord's Hunt commence! I feel like a spear is a terrible way to hunt rabbits. A beautiful creature, that falcon. Let's hope it catches us a big juicy hair. Wait, a single rabbit? A single rabbit. Have to hop off shortly for college. See you guys later. I'll see you later as well. I'll definitely be playing this game a lot more, so... yeah. Make sure to tune in. Especially next week, starting next week. Check your spear! No! The rabbit is gone! No! The rabbit beat me up. I lost to a rabbit! Hecking. The patricians and the counts are in cahoots, and I know it. It's not like you all didn't get your next phase. You're gonna win faster if you don't rebel. At this rate. Arranging a wedding! It was a big bunny. It was the one from Monty Python. It was the killer rabbit. Your insistence on marrying this commoner girl is most unwise. If you proceed, it will be against the recommendations of all your advisors. Didn't ask, don't care. Oh. Raise stability, raise defiance? Raise stability? Raise stability. It raised stability by 2, but it also increased defiance by 2 in every region. When you deliver the news to the masses, they raise their voices in a cheer so loud it shakes the podium. It's a fairy tale romance, and the common folk love it. Oh, I tried to catch you. Oh no, I tried to catch Bunny. The nobles, on the other hand, are furious, especially because you refuse to even tell them in person. You're destroying centuries of tradition, all because you've gone moon-eyed over some gold-digging peasant. Shameful. The only thing left to do is organize the royal wedding itself. Yay! And then a sacrilegious request. Your esteemed highness, I'm as devout as anyone, but it's beyond ridiculous that for one day of every week all the shops shut and no work gets done. I know, it's the 9th god's holy day. The day he rested after slaughtering the other gods like cattle? I'm sorry, what? Pardon? Me? What? A reasonable enough request. How long have you been standing there? The night that ensures I appear where I'm most needed. That's a bit excessive to kill every god. This is why the 10th god must descend. Let the burger fall. I assure you, High Inquisitor, I have nothing but the utmost devotion to the 9th, but I need to think about my profits. We're gonna do a call for unity. Y'all get to pick. But if you do pick B, everyone gets money. Everyone gets lots of money. If you pick A, only the patricians get money. And that doesn't seem very fair to me. Let it be said then. Did I eat your money? You did indeed. Voting has closed. I love me some ones. You're going to burn, all of you. We actually have a surprisingly high level of stability right now, considering it's a 1 before. And trade goes up by 2 in every region. Defiance goes down by 1 in every region. Not that that matters for most places. And we get a huge amount of money to the treasury. And only the patricians get money. Only the patricians get money! That's kind of amusing. I thought everyone would get money. The only thing that burns is all that money in your pocket. With merchants allowed to operate on holy days, profits increase throughout the kingdom and the treasury swells. Church attendance drops like a stone, of course, but no one really notices, except the High Inquisitor who plots revenge. The High Inquisitor is a woman? Well, I am a wealthy bugger. Soon Inquisitors tour the realm, spreading rumors that you are mad with power and intent on replacing churches to the 9th with churches to yourself. Actually, that sounds okay. Can we do that? I have no faith. Nonsense, of course. Unfortunately, the peasants see right through it. No one believes that you're in any position to take the 9th god's place. Oof. That oof size is very large. Very large indeed. Blistering heat. Your esteemed highness, unfortunate tidings. Oh wait, no, that's Rose Kitty. Unfortunate tidings. Summer has been exceedingly hot this year, and citizens have been dying from the heat. The harvest will be poor, as you can imagine. Is there something I can do? Perhaps if your august majesty and the council are willing. Force peasants to work through the summer? Mandate midday siestas! Encourage regional immigration. Okay. We're not going to force peasants to work. Actually, that raises authority. Nope. We're not forcing peasants to work through the summer. Not doing it. I will not see my people die because some patricians can't handle a slight cut to their profits. Looks like you have encouraged regional immigration. Wait, won't people still die, though? Then people just from other places are gonna die. Defiance is now aggrieved in the coast. The peasants are more than happy to accept help from other parts of the kingdom, help which keeps the agricultural sector alive. There are a few cultural disagreements and incidents, but overall the extra workers are a boon to the coast's economy. The March lost trade, and we lost a little bit of stability, but that's fine. We still have a good amount of stability right now. End the season, and only 2 schemes advance. I blocked one of them. Oh wait, no, there's an auction! No! Heck! I didn't think it was an auction this season. No. Ah! Hecking. Heck. Hecking. Well, I guess the patrician scheme is going through. You do realize if you all win at the same time, it's going to be chosen randomly, right? I know you're all working together, but 2 of you are going to lose if you all keep going like this. Okay, as long as you realize that. Now we have force stability and extra trade. Okay, yeah, as long as everyone realizes. You guys are going to win so much faster without a rebellion. The royal wedding. Your wedding to Jane is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Commoners travel from every corner of the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. Many nobles refuse to attend the event. Even now, they're still furious that you're marrying a commoner. On the day of the ceremony, the streets are packed, but St. Bertrand's Cathedral is nearly empty. When you walk down the aisle to see Jane waiting by the altar, her face lit up by the most radiant smile, suddenly nothing else matters. Everyone win if you don't win. Yeah. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? I do. It raises stability and authority? What? Below your station. Interesting. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. The nobles refuse to speak to Jane, preferring to mutter amongst themselves about her low-born status. By the time you find yourself alone with Jane, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. So here we are at last, married. After all those years of sneaking around, can you believe it? I knew everything would work out for the best. So did I. But what did you do to get the nobles to agree to this? Let's not worry about it tonight. It was worth it 1,000 times over. Whatever trouble they cause us, don't worry. We can weather the storm together. Care to join me in bed? No time like the present, eh? Still a lot fancier than my old cottage. I sure hope so. It's a heckin' palace. Losing trust in your advisors. Your Grace, you may have noticed that the kingdom's not exactly doing well lately. Not your fault, mind you. You're being led astray. Led astray by whom? The spymaster, the chancellor, the treasurer, the marshal, all these unelected figures whispering in your ear. Who appointed them? Can you trust them? What's the alternative? You need some Eastern counts to advise you. Your current advisors are blinded by notions of conventional morality. They lack the clarity of vision that we could offer you. An intriguing proposition. I'm not going to have an heir. There was no chance of me winning from the beginning, but that's fine. Yes, think on it, Your Grace. A few moments after Count Capel has slipped out of the throne room, your chancellor barges in looking flustered. Your other advisors fall behind. Your Majesty, the counts have been spreading rumors about me and your other advisors. Why would they do something like this? It's an attempt to turn the nobles against us. Trouble is, it's working. The council is demanding our resignation. I don't know how much longer we can weather this storm, Your Majesty. You're not exactly in the strongest position. If the council wants us gone, we'll be gone within the next few months unless you do something about it. Call a vote and get the council back on our side. That raises defiance and authority, so I'm kind of fine with that, actually. Actually, I would prefer that one. Launch an inquiry. You know what? No, we're not going to delay the scheme. You can do nothing or order the counts to apologize. What is the choice of the council? You all have chosen to do nothing. I like how all the areas are balanced right now, unlike with Lunastream where there was 3 barons and 7 patricians. We will do nothing. With the council choosing not to intervene, the rumors spread like wildfire. Soon more than half the kingdom is convinced that your advisors must resign. Gunpowder smuggling. Your Highness, the barons of the March are attempting to amass a store of gunpowder. You know, the explosive black powder from Kurth? We will still end you. Of course you will. I just want money. Your Highness, the barons of the March... Oh, wait. I already said that. Where can I get some of that? Kurth is the only place that produces it in large quantities, Your Majesty. The Republic is very careful about controlling their supply. And unfortunately, they're rabidly anti-monarchist. The barons have established contacts with Kurth merchants, no doubt at great expense. Without the coin to purchase more powder, however, their plot will fail. Unfortunately, the barons' trade is booming. They're no doubt stockpiling massive amounts of gunpowder. You bring the revelations, which the barons wholeheartedly deny, to the council. Call for unity. What shall you do? Will you betray the barons and delay their scheme? Or will you do nothing? Heckin'. At least the patricians don't get to win, because I got called to unity. They can win, I just want money. Allow the barons to import whatever they please. The council takes no action. The barons smile to one another as they watch their plot march one step closer to the goal. It's gonna be between the counts and the barons. Okay, and the season should be taxes. An insidious plot. In the darkest depths of an eastern forest, Count Capal has gathered his fellow plotters around a mossy stone obelisk. The council demands that the king's advisors resign, and the king is too weak to resist. Our replacements are waiting in the wings. Once our advisors surround the king, we'll have complete control of what he hears. We will shape his reality. We'll treat the king like a mushroom, keep him in the dark, and feed him. Now, let's not be vulgar. The question is, what should we do with this control? Oh, wait, no! No! Yaga! The defiance of the barons is incredibly low. I know which one's easier. You have to put an exclamation mark. Oh, right, you're not a count, are you? My apologies, I thought you were a count. I mean, yeah. We will keep you. So the counts are now directly opposing the patricians. Direct opposition. We'll turn the king into our powerless little puppet. Dance, puppet, dance. Sometimes it's scary how much you get into this. But yes, it's a great plan. What now? Now the kingdom must return to prosperity, and we'll ensure we get all the credit. The council will see this as a demonstration of our competence. They'll insist on sweeping out the old guard. At that point, we've won. For the final stage of the scheme, the council must raise stability to at least 8. The counts have betrayed you, patricians. Dance, peasant lover. Can I just not be king and go live with my wife? Somewhere in a dark cellar, nervous baron is showing his guests a stupendous cache of explosive gunpowder. Behold! Great God! By my life, black gold dust, and what are those? Cannons, my good friend, cannons, and muskets too, courtesy of the Republic of Kurth. They were very happy with our business. Is sad now? Oh, is Luna a patrician? Well, maybe you should do something about it. Fight back against the counts. Don't let them push you to the side like a commoner. Now, to decide what to do with all of it. Once we show our hand, there's no going back. What do you wish to do? You could also choose to raise stability? What? I see you have chosen to give me a chance. I appreciate it. Not to completely betray the patricians. Remember this day, patricians, it was only the counts that betrayed you. The barons chose not to. I just want a huge army. We'll step up our recruitment so we're ready when the time comes. I'll get to it. Members must raise military to at least 8. Oh wait, we're actively training giant spiders to be steeds. Oh heck. Two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. You hear that? The screams, the shouts of dismay, the crackle of the flames. No, all I hear is the sea lapping against the harbor walls. Exactly! It's terrible! The kingdom needs to be in chaos for our plans to work. The king's advisors are happy with his rule. We can't buy their loyalty yet. Believe me, I've tried. Don't worry, they're gonna be replaced. Alright. Who shouldn't be taxed? And why? The patricians just made a lot of money. Why do the barons want to be taxed? I mean, I'll tax the barons, but why do the barons want to be taxed? Okay, taxing the barons. Yeah, but stability is high enough that at this point, I don't care about going from 1 defiance to 2. Only the counts could start a rebellion. Uses for spiders! Let's go! Greetings, your majesty. I was the fella tasked with looking after the spider eggs. And he's Australian. And I'm pleased to say they've grown up into nice, plump, young specimens. Big as house cats and nearest same. You successfully domesticated them? Oh, sure, they're like little lambs. I like to tuck them into bed with me and let them scurry all over in the night. This guy's weird. The wife complains, but I tell her not to worry. They're harmless if you breathe through your nose. I suppose this means we should decide what we actually want to do with all those spiders. Okay, guys, hear me out. Steeds. We need to ride the giant spiders into battle. We need it. Hear me out. We're not gonna harvest their silk. I don't have King's Golden Choice, otherwise I would. Monarch's Golden Choice. I just have Monarch's Choice. It's the most count thing ever. I love it. I mean, all of them raise military regardless, so. Let there be steeds! This is all I wanted last time, and I died before I could get it. They're only about as big as house cats. Ride them anyway. You order the spiders sent to a nearby stable and trained as steeds. Wear them like shoes. Within a few months, the Knights of the East are riding on not horseback, but spiderback. They're terrifying in battle, enormous, venomous, and hungry. Wow, that's a huge military boost. Soon, the Spider Riders of the East pass into legend. Even Count Sui is forced to agree that the Spider Husbandry is a fantastic idea, despite his initial misgivings. Oh yes, now the East can't rebel. Yes! Good! That's what I needed. About my what? Oh, about my heir. About my heir. Your marriage to Jane has leaped from strength to strength over the past few months. Truly, you have found your soulmate, and every day you count your blessings. It's high time you thought about an heir. Well, you're finally married. I'm very happy. Thank you. Your happiness isn't as important as you fulfilling your duty to the kingdom. Ah! But I'm glad you found a way to have both. You've done well so far, but something's still missing, an heir. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick. Even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. My wife and I will have a child together. Secured my absolute loyalty, no rebellion. Fair. Spider Riders. The most feared army in the kingdom is that of the counts. Watch it be the barons with their muskets against the Spider Riders of the East. Ah, the traditional method. No one will subject to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. Your distant cousin. My liege, I have a matter of some delicacy to speak with you about. We don't kill spiders. Don't kill spiders. Good day, cousin. How's the old kingdom going, eh? I always thought it looked like a lot of work, but I suppose you get a fancy hat. Lord Fitzalbert is your very distant cousin. That's not actually someone here, is it? Okay, no, it's a made-up lord. Okay. About 15th in line to the throne! That... Dude, you're never getting the throne. I'm sorry. Good day to you both. Lord Fitzalbert's been staying at my estate for the last year, Your Majesty, but unfortunately there's been some financial impacts. He's been borrowing money from me for months, saying he'll pay me back when his luck turns, but now my coffers are bare. Yes, yes, poor Akar Pedlov couldn't even afford a little banquet to see me off. I'm sorry if it's come to this, but I must petition the court for funds, Your Majesty. We could just put him up in the palace. Like... Who are you? Monarch's choice. You know what? The barons have been struggling with money, and Akar Petlov currently is broke. So, my choice. Pay him for his hospitality. If you go bankrupt, Akar, it's not my fault. If the king wants. Can't be having one of my nobles go bankrupt. And I have so much money. I haven't spent a dime. The treasurer arranges a discreet payment for Baron Akar. Word gets around the march about your generosity, not least because Lord Fitzalbert is eager to proclaim it wherever he can. There, now you're not broke. You're not sure where your cousin will land next. You can only hope it's somewhere far away. End of the season. No one's plot progresses. Good. Oh, I don't get royal... I want golden choice. You know what? Why the heck not? We're gonna go Royal Gamble. I've never done it before, and it sounds like a terrible idea. The barons have yet to betray us. Yes, the barons have yet to betray the patricians. Your enterprising cousin. Oh no! I can't read it because it's right next to the east. Your distant cousin Lord Fitzalbert races into the room while you're enjoying your breakfast. They swear by the ninth god, there's gold underground! What are you talking about? Alright, so I had some luck in a gambling establishment in the March. And Baron Akar introduced me to a consortium of prospectors selling land. They're sure there's gold beneath the earth, and they just need a small investment to dig it out. Of course I bought it, it was a bargain. I wonder if the council would like to get involved in this opportunity? Invest. We need gold. Invest. Oh no, the barons are trying to help the patricians. I was half tempted to pick that one, figuring that it would probably be picked, but invest. Now I lose 500 gold. Oh, sorry, Kapal. I closed a little bit early. I'll make sure to leave it open a little bit longer. But you were outvoted anyway, so I get no money. I lose a lot of money. Soon everyone in the March knows that you're unwilling to donate funds for your cousin's project. I lose stability. But at least the treasury is safe. No, it's not. Barons, no! The barons want the patricians. The barons are helping them. You're gonna have to fight back. Putting on a show. Barons betray their own kind. Your esteemed highness, I have the most wonderful solution to all that excess gold cluttering your treasury. We should put on a mock sea battle in the coastal arena. For too long we've put up with gladiators fighting to the death on dry land. Boring. How would that work? We waterproof the arena and fill it with seawater. Then we crew a few custom-built ships with our most expendable gladiators and have them duke it out before a screaming crowd. I like this idea. Hold the event at sea. I don't want to do... No, we're going to do... Yeah, I'll give it a little bit more time. I'll give it a little bit more time. That is weird, though. I don't know why that would be. You know what? We're not doing it. The question is, how far are we willing to go? I'm surprised this game is still going. I thought it was going to end long ago. Someone might actually win before the kingdom just crumbles into chaos. Managed to recover the stability. Alright. We're going to wait a little bit longer. Just so that everyone gets the chance to vote. Alright. Hold the mock sea battle in the arena. I shall make the arrangements at once. We lost a lot of money. And the coast now is not defiant. I'm slowly dealing with the defiance problem. Just not for the counts. A few weeks later, the mock sea battle is held in Thalassus. You watch from the royal box. A little good old sea arena. Yeah. Two ships battling each other, tossed on artificial waves, gladiators swinging on ropes with cutlasses between their teeth, a naked spectator swimming across the arena and getting eaten by a shark. Why did you put sharks in the arena? I mean, to deal with naked spectators, obviously, but why? The show has everything you'd hoped for and more. A few competitors drown, of course. But that's what they signed up for. The show attracts tourists from across the kingdom and inspires a wave of patriotic peasants to join the coastal navy. A grand success. More military, and trade is now Monopoly. We're playing Monopoly, boys. Let's go! Mercantile complaint. Your Majesty, the richest merchants in the coast have bribed the patricians to give them an exclusive charter. They now control all trade in glassware and jewelry, the coast's most valuable goods. It's a monopoly, Your Majesty. They're scamming the public by fixing prices, pushing smaller traders like myself out of business. Something must be done. Let's see. I'm gonna do a call for unity, because that's all I can do right now. Take your pick. Actually, oh, 2 of those lower stability and 1 of them raises it. Great. Oh, right, but 1 of them gives everyone money. Oh, no. Oh, no. King Israel stands with the patricians. And now their scheme might actually progress. Wait, yes, the stability went up because it was called for unity. Oh, the coast lost trade. The coast lost trade. And stability went down and up. The patricians. I'm fighting back in what little way I can. But the biggest companies are expanding each day and recording incredible profits. Time to open a bottle of wine. What does money smell like? The patricians. Wow, the patricians. Wow. Either patrician has more money than all the counts from either of the regions. Wait, let's see. 1,400, 2,500, 3,300, and the highest patrician has 2,800. Good glory. Time to end the season. I think it's going to be an auction this time. The poor patricians. On the verge of rebellion. Yep. The Wandering Bard. I'm never going to get an heir. Your Majesty, a traveling bard. She says she's come to compose a song for you. Not just any bard, Your Highness. The best in all the land. Sally Six Fingers, they call me. A song, you say? About me? Why, of course, in fact. I have the tune and verse already. I've saved my best work for you, my king. All I require is a subject. What should I tell the masses of you? What would you like to inspire? Teach them to love me. Love me! I will do so, Your Highness, absolutely. But give me a few weeks and everyone within the Crown Lands will know of your benevolence. Pray, I need but only a small payment of 500 gold for the time. A discounted rate for one as esteemed as yourself. Very well, take your money. I'll pay you quadruple. Oh, no. I have 1,000. I'm gonna try 1,000. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty. Watch that fail. No! No! My treasury. You have her performing for you, but it's abysmal. Oh, she doesn't even pronounce my name correctly. I wanted a song. A sing song. A new baby. Or plague ship. The Royal Navy has stopped a ship in the harbor at Thalassus, Your Majesty. It's a merchant vessel from Danaea, and the crew have come down with some kind of plague. The captain refuses to go home, saying his crew need food and medical attention before offloading any cargo. That ship is carrying fine silks and rare dyes worth thousands. I don't care what happens to the crew, we need to secure those goods. Let's call a vote. Wow, that lowers just everything. You know what? The nobles get to decide. Let the nobles pick their fate. I am very broke. The patricians wish to allow the ship to dock. Vote A! So be it. I forgot to leave it a little bit longer, but hopefully that'll be fine. I apologize, Kippa. I'll remember to leave it a little bit longer. I apologize. At least it was A regardless. Unfortunately, most of the crew perish, and the physician soon comes down with the creeping scourge, and it spreads and spreads, first along the coast and then across the whole kingdom. Kingdom is in full-blown plague. Everyone loses trade. Everyone loses military. Everyone loses farming. Y'all have Kripajushivj. And stability is now unstable. Leaves the whole kingdom in a state of chaos and devastation. That's going to make it harder for the barons, actually. The patricians might win, depending on what they need. A new baby. Hail, your majesty. Some fine news from my common folk in the marsh. A baby has been born on your birthday, bearing a birthmark in the shape of the number 9. A fantastic omen. Perhaps we should mark the occasion. I can't do gift. Okay. I would gift the parents a bounty of jewels and fine wine, probably, but I don't have the money. Both barons and counts have killed their schemes. Yes, indeed. They have... Oh, we have a split. For the first time in a while, there's a split. Bear in mind, if you lower stability too much, the game ends. I forgot to leave it. I need to make myself a note. I'm gonna write myself a note right now. I'm writing myself a note. Leave the voting open for an additional 10 to 15 seconds. Yeah. Okay. I made myself a note, so I'll remember to leave the voting open. By my honor, your majesty, I can assure you there is no deception going on here. Stability goes up and down. Defiance is now aloof. Hating on baby, what good king you are. I'll be the judge of that. When the High Inquisitor returns, she is forced to admit that the birthmark is indeed genuine, but her rude questions and threats have turned the local population against her. Good. No one cares about her. End of season! Sitting on a bench outside a sun-bleached villa, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme, along with some other faces that the king might recognize. Greetings, Lady Patrician. I'd like to introduce you to some friends of mine. Good afternoon, noble patricians. A pleasure as always. Hello? Is this the place? It smells like fish. Oh, I take it you found my colleague's arguments most persuasive, then. Indeed, Lady Patrician Luna Angel Magix made some excellent points about the king's incompetence. The most persuasive part was the giant bag of gold. Unfortunately, the Spymaster and the Chancellor still remain beyond our grasp, but with these 2 in our pocket, we can do great things. We just need to decide our approach. What are the patricians going to do? I mean, one of those is real easy, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. One of those is really easy. I think they're gonna win that one. Buy the throne like it's a lump of cheese at the market. Are you mad? Quite sane. If the king takes a large enough financial hit, he'll be forced to look to their trusted treasurer for guidance. Don't you worry. I'll take it from here. For the final stage of their scheme, the patricians must keep the treasury at 500 or less for 1 full season. Start auction. I give you, like, a few seconds to look and see. The barons can raise their military, though that's kind of fruitless at this point. You need a lot. The counts can raise stability. And nobody cares about the treasury. Sorry, I hadn't pressed start auction yet. You're gonna have to do that again. Wait, Rose Kitty, why are you funding B? Why are you trying to lower the count's trade? Also, King Israel, you need to put the letter before the number. So far, the only thing bid on is the library. There we go. I mean, I got nothing of interest here. Yeah, that's fair. But why lower their trade? It didn't work anyway. Thanks, yeah. Let's see. So you got the fortress and the library. Yeah. Bankruptcy looms! My heir! Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to my son. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Majesty, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your son. What is his name? Williams II. That's actually a reasonable name, unlike usual. How delightful, Your Grace. I'm sure little Williams II will grow up to be a chip off the old block. I'm shocked you were able to have a kid. Me too! Bankruptcy looms. Treasury's almost empty, Your Highness. Where did it go? Couldn't possibly say, Your Majesty. Perhaps you've been spending a little too freely. Apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. You could get a bank loan, or sell off the crown jewels, or perhaps crack open some of your predecessors' tombs. Most were buried with piles of gold, or so I've heard. I'm not printing money. I know Luna made that mistake, and it had a huge side effects. I don't need authority right now. I don't need authority. No, it's only 1,000 though. This one would give me 1,500, but it would lower stability, which the counts need. Let's foil 2 people at once. Time to crack open some tombs. No, it doesn't give me enough money. You should have bought it for more. You order the royal mausoleums dug up and looted. The result is quite a bounty. Gold masks, heaps of coins, precious jewels. Not everyone is quite as practical as your treasurer, however. The church denounce you as a grave robber. Nobles and peasants alike are disgusted by your greed. Defiance in everywhere and lower stability. Still only the counts can rebel. Your volatile cousin. Heck this guy! Can I just imprison him? Please? Leave the dead alone. Well, it's already too late for that. The spy master strolls into your library while you're reading, dragging your cousin Lord Fitzalbert by the scruff of your neck. A moment, Your Majesty. What in the world happened? Lord Fitzalbert wriggles half-heartedly with a sulky scowl. I've intercepted a number of threatening letters from your cousin, Your Majesty. Nothing of concern, but recently he hired an assassin against you, a very poor one at that. Haven't seen any assassin. The spy master smiles. No, you haven't. You've treated me dreadfully. Why shouldn't I move against you? The so-called assassin was nothing but an amateur. Frankly, I'm amazed he didn't trip over and stab himself before I got the chance. But your cousin's actions raise concerns. Okay. We are not going to put him in a monastery. We can either exile him or imprison him. The choice remains with all of you. King Israel has chosen exile. So has Luna Angel Magics. Actually, there's a decent chance that fails and I just lose authority. But I don't know him. Rose Kitty has also voted to exile, but I will leave the voting open. I left myself a note to do that. Exile or prison. And prison is not really an option right now. All right. We're going to close the voting. Authority challenge failed. Loaded onto a ship to Danae, where they don't care for aristocratic titles. He shouldn't gain much traction there. They're another matter. Your cousin owed them vast amounts of money. Oh, it lost stability and trade. Shh. Perhaps he'll cause less trouble now that he's out of your hair. Regardless, he's no longer your concern. That's fine for me, actually. We lost stability. The counts aren't going to win at this rate. End of the season. Should be tax season. And I'm taxing someone. So. Patricians, why shouldn't I tax you for wanting me to have no money? And you have... You got more money? Okay, you know what? No. No. We're taxing the patricians because they have so much money. You're getting taxed. Pay with your blood. Your ambition! I didn't even think I'd actually get an ambition. There's no way I'd complete it, but I didn't think I'd get one. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the father of the nation. So far, you've not convinced anyone. Yeah, that's because farming is... Yeah, the plague, yeah. If you want to stop the nobles from overthrowing you, you need to pivot. Infiltrate each region with local spies. Defeat their schemes with schemes of your own. But your other advisors have other ideas. We should crush these disloyal nobles, smash their armies, and force them to submit. Your Majesty, if you help us spread the zeal of the Ninth God, the Church will lend our full support. With the backing of the Church, the nobles wouldn't dare move against you. Oh no. Wait, did someone else join? Is there another noble? There is! And they're a baron. What is this, rebellion? No knavery! We must serve the nation and the crown. Don't listen to the rest of these fools. Have you heard of the Scepter of Sages? It's a lost artifact forged by Queen Alma the Wise. There's a legend that any king who recovers it will rule over a golden age. Definitely not going for stability right now. Authority and faith, no. Authority and military is better. Faith and trade. Trade is actually okay, but faith is terrible. You know what? Recover the Scepter of Sages. Adventurers aren't cheap. Our trade actually isn't bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. A plot uncovered! Held him off as long as I can, Your Majesty, but he insists on an audience. Apparently it concerns the end of the world. We've not much time, Your Highness. Let me present to you what I call the road to Toad Town. Remove this confused person. What? Actually, no, let's hear it. Can't believe I'm the first to make this connection. You married a commoner of unknown origin. In truth, they have secret ties to dark forces from Chur. Because of this, your estranged cupboard Fitzalbert sees the rot in the capital and is building an army of rejected nobles to take over the kingdom. It couldn't be more clear. And this is just the beginning. I haven't even described the various persecutions of the Williams administration in the East. For instance, your greedy plundering of the royal tombs. It's all connected. The evidence is clear. The only question is, what will you do about it? What the heck? I agree with that. You know what? I kind of want to investigate fully, actually. Call for Unit A. We need a little more stability. Our stability is a little bit low. Not enough to where the counts can win, but I want a little bit of stability. Arrest this fool! The nobles don't like this fool. Not even a little bit. No, liege, arrest this man. He's obviously spending too much time in the public forum listening to all the other conspiracy theorists. I mean, fair. Let's see, and we're going to leave it open a little bit. Because I have a note to do that. Alright, now we're going to continue. The voting has closed. What should the council do about the claims? Arrest this fool. Of course you persecute me. This fits right into my model. The rod goes all the way to the top. Before he can continue, the Palace Watch yank him away with enthusiasm. Surprisingly, the rest of the counts barely react to the arrest, instead looking quite relieved. Count Sui has been imprisoned, and Count Sui too has joined the council. The Gossamer Shield? What? Is it an item? Can I have it? Your Majesty, hear my plea. The great tragedy of our time has befallen the East. You ran out of capes. A demon's hatched from the ground? Worse even than that, I fear. An order of once great knights has fallen into disrepute. It's the Order of the Gossamer Shield, your highness. They were once the greatest of the knightly orders to serve the counts. Their virtues were extolled by bards across the land. Tales that would make a troll weep. But they've been brought low. They're working as glorified bounty hunters for the coast. This is a stain on the honor of the East. Nonsense. Our military has suffered some setbacks recently, so we hired Gossamer Security to keep order. For a pretty penny, I might add. Some patricians' wealth has decreased. Not by enough. Gossamer Security has been solving the problems we want solved and kicking the buttocks we want kicked. Seventh, take us! Gossamer Security, how has it come to this? These are knights, not mercenaries. And they need reminding of a little thing called chivalry! Please, your majesty, I beg the council to be reasonable. Alright. Invest in Gossamer Security. I kind of want to hire the Order to join the Palace Watch, but that costs a lot of money. The only thing we are not going to do is ignore it. What is it that we shall do? Ooh, there is a turn of the tide. A change in the winds, as it were. The barons not voting alongside the patricians. What is this? King Israel, are you sure you're not just a patrician at this point? Are you sure you're not just a patrician? I forgot to leave it. I guess I left it open for a while. I'm helping everyone except the barons. When they arrive in the palace, the knights of the Gossamer Shield turn out to be petty, argumentative, and ruthless, worlds away from Count Capal's romantic vision. But they are very, very efficient. On their first day, they catch a thief sneaking into your kitchens and beat him to pulp. As for your honor guard, they and the Order get along well. Yes, certainly they all have high opinions of themselves. As long as I don't win, yeah. I've never won. I wonder what it's like to win. One day One day I'll win. I'm going to be streaming this more, so it's possible. Finally! Monarch's Golden Choice! I wanted Monarch's Golden Choice. I'm going to replace the gamble. Now I can actually give reason to pick. In the year, Suspicious Knights, Ambition the Scepter of Sages, and A Call for Apprentices. We're going to go with the Scepter of Sages first. Your Majesty, I have most exciting news. The adventurers we hired have discovered an ancient manuscript hidden deep beneath the mountains. It speaks of the Scepter of Sages. Excellent. Thank them for me, will you? They prefer thanks to be expressed through gold, but I'll let them know you appreciate their service. The manuscript was written around the time of Queen Alma's death. Within is the secret of where the scepter was hidden. Unfortunately, whoever wrote it used strange codes. I've only translated a bit so far. The writer was worried about the unworthy getting hold of the scepter. Of course I'm worthy. I'm sure you are, Your Majesty, but we need to prove it. Right now, the average person hardly cares about the Ninth God at all. Right, I have to worry about faith. I'm not sure the scepter can be wielded under such conditions. Since we're in a season of prosperity, I hope things will go smoothly. I need to raid Freyed and Taith. Brain cell. You remember we hired those Eastern Knights to join the Palace Watch? The Order of the Cobwebbed Seal or whatever? Oh, something's up. They're flashing far too much cash considering what we pay them. One of them has bought their horses for a full set of gold teeth. They're getting far too big for their boots. Claimed my scars were a sign I'd lost too many battles for their liking. As you see, they're not fitting in. But they are doing a great job keeping order in the city, and they're asking for their own barracks to keep them separate from the rabble. Oh, how delightful. That sounds like a good way to honor our fine order. Well, we're not building a new wing, so... Ooh, I have Monarch's Golden Choice now. No, we're not lowering treasury. We're not lowering treasury. I'm not. No. Never. Yada. My treasury is already too low for that. Where is the money coming from? The patricians, no doubt. Of course it's coming from the patricians. Dang it. No victory for you. Yet. Soon, but not yet. I wanted to lower treasury more. I know you did. That's why I vetoed that. I'm gonna have to pay the adventurers already. I need to find treasury money somewhere. Alright. You have the spy master eavesdrop around the palace. She knows all sorts of nooks and crannies to slip around unseen. Hopefully she will uncover something soon. You'll bring the king to his knees. No, you won't. A call for apprentices. Dark words, Your Majesty. A meddling wizard has set up shop in Chensk. I believe it is Athmoral, the Stormbringer. Tell me more about this wizard. Wizards have managed to tame creation itself. They wield untold power and are naturally distrusted by the church. Even the High Inquisitor won't dare move against them openly. Atmoral, as her name suggests, is the wizard whose domain includes both sky and storm. She's put out a call for new apprentices, which is a rare event. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many. Not just peasants. I, Edward Drylands the 14th, have also decided to apply. The competition will be fierce, but these common folk are no match. You couldn't put your clothes on if it wasn't for your servant's help. We can't let this go ahead. To have a potential wizard on the council would present a clear and dangerous conflict of interest. Then we shall assemble the council. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Require he forfeits his noble title in order to become an apprentice. Everyone gets money if they vote for that. Vote B and get money. Money for all. Let gold rain from the skies. What, Rose Kitty? Do you not want me to get treasury or something? Money, money, money. You cannot bribe me, sir. You do realize if you tie it, I get to pick. And I'm picking B. Because I want money. Okay. Aye. Less money for you, I guess. Voting has closed. It's an acceptable compromise. Begins his journey to Chensk immediately. Baron Edward Dryland XIV's wealth has decreased to 0, and the treasury is now 2,400. I stole all his money. And he's died. Edward Dryland XIV II has joined the council. Wait, does he still have money? Nope, just completely broke. Okay. Thank goodness my twin brother can replace me on the council. Well, now you're broke. Farming went down. Trade went up! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I need to deal with this faith crisis. And I don't know how. I don't know how I've managed to just hold on to the kingdom with 2 fingers. The Scepter of Sages, they're gonna say I don't have enough faith. It was written by Queen Alma herself. Scepter of Sages, so her enemies couldn't find it. Where is it? It's in a warren of caves in the Blackweld Forest, near to the capital. Ooh. Taking the liberty of sending out some adventurers. They'll clear the area and get inside. We're close. I can feel it. There's no way I have enough faith for this to work. As soon as the adventurers return, the treasurer comes tell you the news. Have they found anything? 50% chance? No. They've left for the kingdom of Atresh. We'll try again. Focus on increasing the kingdom's faith and trade as much as possible in the next 2 seasons. Treachery revealed! You recall the latest addition to the Palace Watch, the Eastern Knights, yes. They wanted us to build a barracks in the royal palace so they wouldn't clash with the rest of the staff, and they had a little too much cash to splash. They tried to pass information about your activities to the Gaunt of Tavalin. The who? The Tavalinese spy network? I caught the letters before they were sent, but this is a concern. They'll seriously undermine you unless you do something. Spies? In my palace? When you bring this discovery to the council, shock rippers through the chamber. Capella 1 gasps in horror. Please, your majesty, this must be a misunderstanding. No knight of the East would dream of betraying their king so cruelly. You dare. You dare. Execute the treasonous knights. I mean, you can also vote to execute Count Capal. I'm gonna have a rebellion on my hands eventually, I just know it. C is for the good of the kingdom. It is. C is for the good of the kingdom. Well, Luna, if you vote, the choice is yours. What does Luna think is a good idea? Execute the treasonous knights! You have the Knights of the Gossamer Shield beheaded at dawn the following day. Peasants of the capital flock to watch, screaming in excited horror each time the axe falls. The counts are very quiet for the next few weeks. You're sure they aren't happy, but they don't dare to speak out against you openly after your display of strength. Strength! Undercutting. I want to speak to you today about a delicate matter, your most august majesty. It concerns the iron trade. Ah yes, I'm very familiar with it. Thank you. Then you will understand our petition, you see. The East is vast and full of natural resources. Iron being one of the most bountiful. The Counts make a killing off it. And of course, who needs iron more than the Barons? How else would they make their world-famous weapons and armor? The Marcher steel industry practically relies on good relations with the Counts. Oh, jeez. Traditionally, we patricians have facilitated this trade, making sure that a fair deal was reached on both sides. Yet now the Barons buy from the Counts directly. They're cutting us out of the deal. You can't let them get away with it. Sounds like clever business to me. Your Serene Highness, please! Just call a council vote, will you? What if I just pay you to forget about all this? That would offset our losses. Trade is now dynamic. Trade is now prosperous. Good. That's exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. Action! Action! I know the Barons need military, I know the Counts need stability. So unless the patricians are going to try to undercut the Counts, you've all been working together quite a bit. Oh, you will keep your money? Y'all need B. B's a great one. Y'all should vote for B. Whoever votes for B doesn't get taxed next season. That's my deal. That's not how this works. You can't fund zero. Taxes for you. Oh, you got it! Right at the very end! Right at the very end! So, the Barons will not be taxed next season. That was really close. Beached whale, clairvoyant visit, and occupational hazard. Your esteemed highness, your august majesty, noble patrician Rose Kitty has been having prophetic dreams. It is true. I can part the veil betwixt now and some ways off. Give me a prophecy then. I look to the future and it speaks through me, no more, no less. For instance, Baron Edward Drylands 14 should beware of birds for the next season. And I saw a vision of Akar Petlove's body floating away on dark water. You gonna stand for this? What? Great God! Please, your serene highness, have them foretell the future for the council. You could gain insight into great mysteries. You know what? Make Noble Rose Kitty an official council advisor. If you want money, vote C. I love birds. I just want the increased trade. I'm being honest. And we don't have enough stability to throw her in the dungeon. Ah! Kefal wishes to throw the charlatan into the dungeons. But unfortunately, No. Let it be said. Keeping it open for an additional 10 to 15 seconds. Too bad I'm part of the council now! You were part of the council before, now you're a council advisor. Wonderful news, your serene highness. I'm certain they will not disappoint. Sure enough, noble patrician Rose Kitty has a canny sense of what's best for the coast. Defiance goes down, trade and farming go up. But the other nobles start to mutter. Seeing the unseen is no more than a disguise for giving out special treatment. The coast is now treasonous, the march is now aggrieved, and authority has gone down. Can the king really be trusted with this charlatan constantly whispering in his ear? Oh no, which did you join? It's the opposite! The barons! The strength of the barons is unparalleled. Okay. We're gonna go with occupational hazard. We've received a message from the wizard Athmoral, your majesty. There was a storm localized entirely within my chambers this morning, and this letter appeared in a flash of lightning. Her new apprentice, Edward Drylands the 14th, has died. 14. This is quite normal, your majesty. The survival rate of wizard apprentices is less than 1 in 10. Regardless, Athmoral has sent us compensation. How charitable. And what of the damage that she's already wrought in Chansk? Did we receive any compensation for that? Alas, no. Only this 150 gold. Perhaps the council will have an idea of what to do with it. The treasury goes up! The treasury's gone up a lot from this. Give it to his successor? His successor doesn't need money. He's got 500 gold. I mean... we're not going to do that one. What? It would probably be a little bit easier on your computer. You can see the options better. No statue, because that raises defiance and loses me money. Instead of one or the other. You can't vote C. I blocked C. I'm sorry, Kapal. You joined. You should be able to vote. Just do exclamation mark vote A, B, or D. You're already in. You're a baron. There you go. The money was given to his successor. It's an insult to my namesake's memory. What does this wizard think she is? That's good. I can't do that one. Why don't you ask her for more? With all due respect, my liege, have you ever heard the idiom, they demanded money from a wizard? It means to die. I really wish you'd demand money from a wizard. No, no need to get snarky. Your suggestion doesn't go down well. Apparently you should have known better. I didn't know. I wasn't gonna pay him, though. Beached whale. Do not take it as a trophy. It'll blow up half a city. Finfolk, what's that? That's me. Your Majesty, you must not allow Lunander Magics to kill Hikmah. Hikmah is a wise and gentle whale, a great friend of the Finfolk. She keeps the sharks away, banishes our gloom with her beautiful songs, and provides us with her bounteous milk. I regret asking. Please return her to the waters where she was born. Or, and hear me out, your esteemed highness, we could strip down the whale to its component parts and make a fortune. Who cares that what these fish-face fools think? Actually... yeah. I'm gonna do a call for unity. My personal vote is you should go with A. partly because it lowers defiance, but... Why do you want defiance? Why do you want defiance? Luna, you could have had so much money. It would have given you $1,500. And none for the treasury. By the 9th, I can't believe this. How could you take the Fishman's side over our own citizens? You took the Fishman's side. But it's unity. Yeah, it's fair. But defiance. Oh, great. You got 1 defiance. Was it worth it? Stability is now stable. Thank you, Your Majesty. The Finn folk owe you a great debt. What if this actually comes back to be great for us and the Finn folk, like, help us a lot or something in our time of need? When the skies darken and all is lost, the Finn folk shall rise. That ceremony, it's plopped back into the ocean where it splashes its tail and sprays water in apparent gratitude. See? Look, Coast. You got +3 farming because the Finn folk are herding fish towards your nets. Hello, Drace'mona. Feel free to join the game and mess with me just like everyone else. End season. There should be an auction. No, wait, no, it's taxes. And the barons are not getting taxed because of our agreement. You have joined the counts. The barons are not getting taxed. I personally think the patricians should get taxed. Tax the greens! Tax the greens! The greens have a lot of money. Because you have too much money. You're getting taxed. Also because you want me to have no money. So you're getting taxed. I have a lot of money. I want to keep my money. No. A new contraption, Rogue Golem, and Ambition the Scepter of Sages. I sent more adventurers to search the Black-Wheeled Forest for Queen Alma's Labyrinth, Your Majesty. They've just returned from their expedition. No! I had 80% chance! Anyway. Huh, a new contraption! Your Majesty, a count by the name Drace'mona wants to present you with a new invention. XCOM strikes back. Oh no. Your Grace, we are entering a modern age. A more humane age, yet botched executions are commonplace. Decapitations where the head doesn't come off, or hanging where it does. No more! Behold, a merciful machine for removing heads quickly and painlessly. I call it the Drace'mona! They swish away a cloth to reveal a huge machine of iron and wood. It has a... oh, it's just a guillotine. How efficient. Precisely. You'll send 12 heads rolling at a time. In the time it'd take an ordinary executioner to chop through a single neck. With a little funding, Your Majesty, I can distribute the Drace'mona across the kingdom. I'll bring this to the council. And we're not taking all my treasury money. You're not lowering my treasury that much. I'm sorry. If it was like 500, I wouldn't have cared. But it was 1,000. It was too much. I can't lose that much money right now. I'm barely holding the kingdom together as it is. But I'd have revolutionized the prison system. I'm sorry, I can't afford that much money. But if there's a rebellion, it takes 4 chops to sever your own neck. Don't come crying to me. We would no longer need prisons. Oh, jeez. Rogue Golem. What's a golem? A machine in the shape of a man, usually sculpted from clay or stone. The Ashmedians used them for drudge work and warfare. Why the cross over here? It was instructed to dig a trench, but eventually not told when to stop. It had dug a 16-mile furrow through the landscape and over the border by the time we stopped it. Please, my liege, this is our chance to figure out how this golem magic works. We could even turn it against Ashmead. Your Majesty, the barons would drown their own grandmothers to gain an advantage over Ashmead, or over the counts and patricians. Golems are an offense to the 9th god, and they're dangerous. We should destroy it before it gets out of control. Alright. The barons need military. Vote for D, and you get money. Are you going to let the barons push you around, patricians? Are you? The counts and patricians can stand against the barons together. And you get paid for doing so. Good. Good. Vote B? What? Luna! Sabotage! It better fail. Oh no. Hacking. I should have pressed end vote before you had the chance. Next time I will. Don't try me. Hacking. A city in flames. Why is it all the barons? Why is all of it the barons? The printing press. Your Majesty, a blacksmith in March has come up with some sort of printing contraption. Instead of relying on the painstaking effort of scribes, it produces 100 copies of text in an hour. How remarkable. Apologies. Ah, my liege, isn't technology wonderful? Don't you see how dangerous this is? Books should stay in churches and universities, or else commoners will start getting ideas. Yeah, I don't care too much. Now for you, something we have created. It is called a newspaper. Why is it called a newspaper? Cabal, you spelled that wrong. All right. I get to pick. Raise the trade? They both raise trade. While University will be proud to take stewardship of this marvelous new technology. Stability is now steady. Trade is monopoly. Trade is opulent. Trade is opulent. Farming is rampant. Farming is fruitful. And farming is fruitful. Provides an immense boon to trade and farming. It's also published a few histories of the kingdom that don't paint the monarchy in a flattering light. This is how you repay me? Your Majesty, there's been a terrible fire in the city of Zerbimar. Dozens of common folk have died. What caused this fire? Warehouse was storing lamp oil unsafely and in immense quantities. The owners were in the middle of haggling over prices when one of the merchants lit his pipe. Those absolute idiots. My brain says veto this one, so you're forced to pick this one. Because that lowers stability, and the stability is getting too high. Okay, take your pick. I need less stability. Stability is too heckin' high. If it hits 8, the counts win. We will offer nothing. This was your own, stupid merchants. Oh no. Some baron's wealth has decreased. Defiance is now furious. Trade is now wealthy. Stability is now civil. You can deal with your own problems. Except for the counts that are rebelling. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. Heretical discovery. Your esteemed highness, I bring troubling news. Oh right, it's a woman. A group of individuals in the march are meeting in secret to preach heretical teachings and engage in rituals. They are believers of some ancient folklore tradition. It's tied to some primordial spirit they say lives in the trees. Silly stories for children. Regrettably, I require the council's permission to launch a proper investigation. Otherwise, my inquisitors would have destroyed the cult before it had the chance to spread. Wait, why can't I give my express permission? Why not? Is it because they can't gain defiance, or do I not have enough authority? I'll hold a vote on the matter. So. The barons are sorry, not the barons. The counts are rebelling. Let us crush them into the dust. Do not let this stand. And you shall be rewarded. We have chosen to repeal the law. Faith increases everywhere. So does defiance. Defiance is really high right now. It's really bad, actually. Everyone can rebel. No. Realistically, some of you are more likely to win if you don't rebel, like the barons, actually. You need 1 point of military and you can pull off the last stage of your scheme. The merchants also are not too far off. One major purchase is all it takes. Quick, end the season before they can rebel. That was really close, actually. Ambition, the Scepter of Sages. If I can't get it now, then I can never get it. 100% chance. That's what I thought. Wonderful. When be found by a monarch who's strong of purpose and true of heart. How do you prove it? Wrote a ritual. Yeah, the barons actually do stand a chance if you don't rebel. You make the arrangements, bringing a procession of horses, food, drinks, adventurer guides, and a little traveling desk for the treasurer to the Blackweald Forest. Your wife comes too, riding beside you. Good day, Friday. I just hope this scepter's thing is all it's cracked up to be. Adventurers lead you inside the cave, holding flaming torches to light your way. Soon the tunnel grows horribly cramped, and you bend double to squeeze through. This is all very jolly. No time like the present. Let's go. You walk for what feels like hours. Just as you might have lost hope, you reach a golden door exactly as the adventurers described. It will only open for the faithful. Close your eyes, Your Majesty. Concentrate. Yes! You hear the door rumble open when you open your eyes. The tunnel ahead is utterly dark. Even the torches do not illuminate it. As soon as you step into the chamber, the torch is snuffed out. A hideous scream echoes from below. The adventurers scramble into a protective stance while the treasure waits. Oh, this is awful. Dreadful. I should have stayed in my office. I have to say, I feel similarly. Do we even have enough air left? It's fine. We're meant to be here. Sorry, I'll stay calm. You put out your hands and feel your way along the wall. Then your fingers touch something. As you grip the scepter, it glows gold, chasing away the dark shadows of the chamber. It looks like a simple wooden staff, like any peasant might use for walking, but the glow is as bright as the sun. It's the scepter, Your Majesty. You've done it. It looks a bit rubbish, though, doesn't it? Oh, well, we can always put a bit of paint on to make it prettier. First things first, I'm eliminating poverty. I would do that, but the trade is actually really high. I need a bath. Y'all have forced my hand. Well, we must call the nobles first and tell them the good news. Make your way through the tunnels and back into the forest. As soon as you return to the capital, you call the nobles to the council hall. Let them sweat. And you stroll into the hall. The treasurer holds a velvet cushion upon which the Scepter of Sages sits. It looks small and ordinary, but you sense the weight of its history. Jane strides at your side, waving to the nobles cheerfully. Behind your heir, William II toddles along, hand in hand with his governess. What's going on, Your Majesty? Why have we been brought here? Wanted to call you for a little chat. The nobles fall silent as you ascend to your throne and settle yourself comfortably. King Williams has descended to the darkest depths of the Blackweald Forest and has retrieved the Scepter of Sages. Let us raise our sabers and praise the king for the coming of a new age! Huzzah! That was really close to just full-on rebellion. Excited and worship whispers ripple around the council hall. As bearer of the Scepter of Sages, the king has sealed his destiny as King Williams the Enlightened. How do we know it's real? It could be any old stuff. You pick up the scepter. The scepter begins to glow, bathing the council hall in warm golden light. The nobles gasp and fall silent. The stability's now high enough for the counts. Beside you, Williams II clasps his hands in delight. I'm pretty sure I won. Great God, that's amazing. It becomes clear that even the grumpiest of nobles will never dare speak against you while you bear the Scepter of Sages. Finally, you are secure in your throne and kingdom. Your victory is here, but your future has only just begun. Huzzah! I did it! I have no idea how. The Count's attempt to replace the king's advisors never panned out. One night, Count Cafal awoke to find a smiling spymaster holding a knife to his throat and kindly asking him to desist. In haste to complete their scheme, the barons mishandled the gunpowder. It blew up in their faces, literally. All that was found of Baron Ekar Petlov was a pair of boots with feet still inside. The patricians succeeded in turning the palace into a hotbed of bribery and corruption, but what news about that? They failed to gain the throne and lost money in the process. A bad investment. Backed by the scepter's power, King William's rule spanned another 15 years of peace and stability. A golden age of prosperity swept over the kingdom. In his will, the king instructed that the scepter be reburied, to be claimed only by a worthy successor. And let it be said, I'm King William's the grave robber. Huzzah! Spouse was Jane of the March. You did well, you distracted us all. Nah, it kept giving you chances to raid trade to infinity. Race trade. And that last bit of faith was all I needed. That last boost of faith. The wealthiest noble was Rosecredy and the poorest was Kefal. I've lost the most money. Victory for the king. Long may he reign. Are you going to continue? I don't have time right now, but next week I'm going to start doing an evening stream of King of the Castle every, as a third stream in the evenings. So probably around 5 p.m., maybe 6. I haven't completely decided yet. Mountain Daylight Time. So I'll be playing this more regularly. It's a really fun game. I really like interacting with chat and all that. So that was good. Very good. That was very close. Y'all almost rebelled and got me. But it wasn't quite enough. I was not remembered as a father, but as a god. But yes. As per usual, I'm going to be putting up a Steam key. We'll leave that's the Steam key from last time, so give me 1 second to switch it to a new one. This time it is Hack and Slash. Hi, girl. Sorry, my cat's here. So, if anyone wants to claim the key for Hack and Slash, there it is. I am probably going to continue that game on Tuesday, because I want to see what happens when you continue a game, and I can't let the Spider Cavalry be for nothing. We finally got the Spider Cavalry. That's all I ever wanted. It's too heckin' close. But yes, I'm going to leave that up for a minute. Be sure to follow if you want to see more of my streams. And also, I post all of my videos on YouTube. So go check out my YouTube if you want to see some of my past streams. But yes, should be fairly interesting to see where this goes from here. Alright, desktop audio went out. Thank you all for coming and watching. I do appreciate it. Thanks for interacting. And one moment. Saving the universe one step at a time. Starseeker Williams, out.